if you were starting a racing series, what would you do? Anything. What would you do?
Oh man.
What do you want to see from a racing series?
I want the high downforce package. Or I mean, I want the high horsepower, low downforce.
Low downforce. I was like, that's the opposite of what I heard from you.
And I don't mind the stages. I just don't think we should throw cautions at every stage break. I know why NASCAR does it for the restarts, the wrecks, the chaos. I get that. I get it 100%. I still would like to see the playoffs too. I know a lot of people are on the fence about that, but it brings excitement. It puts people in front of the TVs during the playoffs. And I'm a traditionalist, and I like the old school point system where a guy can wrap it up 6 races left in the season, but it's just not. It's not entertaining to the fans, and if they're trying to bring in new fans to the sport, having the playoffs is a great thing, I believe. I think they've added too many road courses as well. I would probably maybe subtract 2 road courses and add maybe 2 more short tracks as well for that.
Okay. And what kind of cars would you use? Would you use like Cup Series cars, Xfinity cars?
Xfinity cars, composite bodies for sure.
Okay.
There's nothing better than the Xfinity Series right now, in my opinion. It's absolutely phenomenal. And 5 years ago, I hardly watched an Xfinity race. Now I can't not watch one. It's that entertaining.
I think most people would agree with you there.
Yeah. What do you got, man? What do you think?
So I was trying to pull up exactly what I said. I don't think I'll be able to find it. So I'm just going to go off the cuff here. So yeah, I got an idea. All right.
Okay.
It's kind of a mixture of a lot of things, but I like the idea of stock car racing.
Mm-hmm.
I like traditional stock car racing. I want it on short tracks. We have a couple super speedways. We can go to Daytona and Talladega, maybe a couple intermediates too. I don't mind, like Darlington, Atlanta, stuff like that. And then other than that, I would do short tracks. And I think the idea of a dirt race is fun also, but I would put it at an actual dirt track, not put dirt in Bristol.
Yep.
Okay, so that's kind of the schedule. That's what we're looking at. No road courses. It's almost entirely short tracks.
You're going to cancel all the road courses?
Yeah. It's my series. No road courses.
Those have been some of the best races.
Okay, then watch another series. This is my series.
I won't watch yours. Whatever. Keep going.
All right. And then instead of a playoff system, I would have a championship at the end, but no playoffs. Cut out all playoffs. Just whoever won the most races is the champion. Very basic. But I would do, check this out. I would do I don't keep up with soccer at all. I don't care about soccer, but I watched this show on Apple TV called Ted Lasso with the guy, and he's a American football coach that coaches this English soccer team. And I really learned about this idea of relegation. So if you lose, if you're the worst team, then you get dropped down to the minors, and then you get picked back up. So I would do that also. I wouldn't have qualified to get into this race. I would have 2 separate series, a minor and a major. And the champion of the minor gets put up and the loser of the major drops down. That's simple. You both have 2 seasons to prove that, you should be where you're at.
Okay. So with that said, let me ask you a question. Are you taking the bottom 10 of the major series drops down and the top 10 of the minor series?
I guess it would depend on, how many cars I have running in each race. I'd if it's 40 cars for each race, drop down 5, bring up 5, maybe not too much movement, because I want to be able to keep some stability, but I do want the shitty teams to drop down, the better teams to prove themselves. Every single season we'll do this. And then in terms of cars, I would go back to actual stock cars. I would have Chevy, Ford, and Dodge competing, and they would each put in their the Camaro, the Shelby, Mustang, the Charger or whatever.
Yeah, the Charger.
You give us your newest model of that car, and then obviously we'll have shit that we modify to it for each team. Right. But you would be in the model, so you would actually.
So you're saying
that model
2022 Dodge comes out, 22 Chevy comes out and a 2022 Ford comes out, you're wanting
that model on the track.
That model on the track to NASCAR specs, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Like we soup it up, like they did back in the day in NASCAR.
I think that's an awesome idea.
And so the manufacturers love it because you literally see their cars on the track every single race. Like,
I like it.
The manufacturers would eat that shit up.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And that's it. That's my series right there.
I mean, I would tune in. Other than you should probably add one road course. Look, I used to hate road courses.
If I got enough pushback, I would consider one road course just to mix things up.
Yeah,
but
I'm all in on that series. I love that idea.
It's a fun idea, isn't it? We'll even throw in a dirt track just to mix shit up. Yeah. So you'll be out there on like a fucking Ford Mustang, 2022 Mustang on dirt, I think it'd be fun.
I think that's great. I mean, alternate between like Charlotte dirt track, Eldora, places like that.
Exactly. Eldora's
obviously away
right.
Bristol, one of the best oval tracks on the circuit.
No, we would leave Bristol, and then they're talking about fixing up the fairgrounds in Nashville. I'd want to go places like that. I would want to invest in Rockingham. Shit, I might even buy Rockingham in my series, and we'll run races there. Like I'd like to go to specifically races in the South because I think that's predominantly where, and then the Midwest because I think those are the two regions that most like auto racing. Right. And I would want tracks that don't have 100,000 person capacity. I'd want like 30,000 capacity,
like Martinsville. So like,
because I think I would be able to sell that everywhere. Out. I look like a promoter right now.
No, you damn sure do.
I would be able to sell that out.
So that's the thing. You got some of these stadiums like Bristol, 160,000, and if 100,000 shows up, it looks like nobody loves NASCAR anymore. Right. Make that thing 80,000, fill it up where people watching it on TV are like, wow, look at this atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I had a track like Eldora, for instance, I mean, that's, I think 30,000. I think that's 30,000 capacity. The fairgrounds is something like 60. I don't know. It's something around there. And you just limit the capacity of the amount of people that could get in. And then as the popularity of the sport rises, you just keep that level capacity. So you're never ever doing it and just charge more for tickets. Supply and demand.
I love that idea. I've talked to my buddies about that too. I was like, people say NASCAR is dying. Yeah, the ratings are down a little bit. But when you got, these stadiums that hold so many people, it's not the 90s anymore. Everything's on TV now. So obviously more people are going to come to the track. So
right,
lower the capacity, stack that thing up, man, make it look great on TV, and you're going to draw fans.
And more importantly, I mean, it would be cool to get into Fox Sports or MSNBC, whatever abbreviations there are. Sure, that's great, but you don't need it anymore. I think I would partner with some kind of subscription-based streaming service like Flow Sports or Mav TV. There's a million of them. Just partner with them, have a subscription base, and then you don't even need the cable networks anymore.
What time would you start your races?
I think to not compete with NASCAR, I would probably go Saturday nights.
Really?
Under the lights. Yeah, I think I would do Saturday nights.
Then you're competing with all your local short tracks.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of attendance, yes. But in terms of like viewership, no. I mean, nobody watches that shit.
Yeah, but in terms of attendance, there's a lot of people that go race every weekend. They're gone. They're never going to be able to watch your series because they're gone.
Maybe.
I think you're going to have to do like a Wednesday night.
No, it's got to be a weekend. Friday night.
Doesn't have to. Yeah. I don't know. I think you could do.
That's like over my head. Like I would have to look at the numbers for who's doing what on these nights. Friday night would be fun though, because like when people get off work under the lights, we always have it at like a nighttime race wherever we're at.
Yeah, instead of football, we'll go to the racetrack on Friday night lights.
And I mean football season. The thing about football season is it's so short that you really only have to worry about a short amount of time, because Friday night. That's only high school football, and their seasons are like 7 weeks. So it's not like you would have to compete with them. You just put it at a different time period.
I got you. I'm following.
Tell me that Tony Stewart's fucking series should not give me a call.
I think they have some smart people behind the scenes of that.
I don't think so. Anybody that looks like this,
nobody looks like you. But
that's what I'm saying, dude.
And you made some pretty good propositions. So I mean,
I'd get a pinky ring. Series. I'd have like pinky rings, gold necklaces. I would look like a
drink
promoter.
Your coffee like this.
Yeah, I'd always have like the pinky out with the ring on it.
Oh yeah,
big fat pinky ring.